say that who was raising these kids?
The following program is intended for mature audiences.
The UK,
New Jersey Project.
the views, information, and opinions expressed by BC, HQ, and Jack of One Trade do not reflect those of any other podcaster, YouTuber, or production company. Destroying your favorite movies, one review at a time. Cheers.
What's going on, everyone? BTHQ.
I'm an Englishman. I stand here in front of you as a representative of all of them.
Why is that? That don't seem right, do it?
Shout out to everyone supporting. Come and join us, man.
Streaming live weekly.
They don't want to fuck with the real ones.
I got some issues.
This fucking guy, huh?
Presenting the YouTube sensation.
Jack of One Trade.
What do you want from me? Am I supposed to jump out of my chair and go, wow, it's the greatest thing I've ever heard?
Well, I'm getting ready to watch a video.
Really? What?
I'm just
UK NJ Project movie review.
Realist channel on YouTube. And that's backed by numbers. Made for the few. Hated by many.
And by the way, any of you got a problem, bro, you can come and see me. I'll put you right up on my channel and spank you, bro. I don't give a fuck. Say something. Say something.
This week's feature, The Sunset Limited.
When did you decide that today was the day? Is there something special about it?
Well, today is my birthday, but I certainly don't regard that as special.
Well, happy birthday, Professor.
Thank you. Maybe birthdays are dangerous, like Christmas. Ornaments hanging from the trees, wreaths from the doors, and bodies from the steam pipes all over America.
That don't say much for Christmas, do it?
Christmas is not what it used to be.
I believe that to be a true statement. I surely do.
It's a matter of agreement. If you and I say that I have my coat on and Cecil says that I'm naked and have green skin and a tail, we might want to think about where we should put Cecil so he doesn't hurt himself.
Oh, there was some hard words from the professor. The preacher has fell back. He's clutching his heart. His eyes is rolled back in his head.
Follow the show at UK NJ Project. Past broadcasts include Ongbok, Chinese, Hercules, Taoist, Master, Bloodsport, Hitman, and The Sunset Limited.
Welcome.
Oh, shit. I'm all fucked up here, dude. I wasn't ready for this. I wasn't ready for this at all. But whatever. We're doing it. We're doing it. I'm gonna leave this on because that's the only option that I fucking have. So when this dude shows the fuck up, listen to me. Listen to me. Rewind this tape right here. Like, I don't know, man. Figure it the fuck out. Listen to me. Rewind this tape right here, dude. When you come in here, just jump in the fucking thing. I'll put you on when I come back upstairs, dude. And then you can start the fucking show. Y'all are just gonna have to deal with dead air until I can figure out. Okay, he just got the link. So never mind. Well, I'll wait here and then I'll run outside. That would make more sense than, running off. Here we go. There we go. All right, don't get excited. I'm not going to be here very long. I'm coming back, but I have to run the dog back outside.
I was using the wrong link.
Oh, she one from yesterday.
Well, there was 2 in the email you sent. I didn't realise straight away.
Yeah. The one from yesterday. My bad. I just have to send you. I'll start a new email chain every time we do one. Then.
Okay.
I know it gets confusing. Everything's all fucked up still, bro. It's not good.
Is that car been totaled then? What happened the other day? Is it?
What?
Is that car done with? That broke down.
I don't know. I have to find out. It's not ours, so I don't like as fucked up as it is to say. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Like I'm worried about my own shit right now, dude. So I don't care if the car's dead or not. They can afford a new one, so it doesn't matter to them. If it is broken, there'll be a new one in their driveway, fucking within a week. It doesn't matter. For me, it's been fucking never. So whatever, dude. I spent too long, bro. Listen to me. I spent too long, bro. Fucking trying to help everybody else, and I have not helped myself do any motherfucking thing, dude. So this is where this shit is going to fucking change, dude. It's a new fucking day, bro. Tired of fucking having that, ask people to do me fucking favors, bro, and get bitched at. But when you need something, motherfucker, who's the first person that you call, bro? Huh? Who's the first motherfucker that you call that 100% drop whatever the fuck I'm doing outside of this? This is where I was drawing the line, by the way. Motherfucker, I didn't want to slam that door. I'm all fucked up now. Now she's gonna be in a shitty mood probably, but she's probably already up. Whatever is what it is. It aggravates the fuck out of me, dude. I know this has nothing to do with what the fucking show is about, but I have held this in for a long time. A long fucking time, dude. And I haven't brought it up because I don't want to cause a problem, right? Because who am I to create riffs like what I got going on? However, I think sometimes it's important that we need to remind people occasionally the way that they're supposed to act. And the way that they do act are two different things. Now, you can say whatever you want about responsibilities. Now, if you really want to get into the conversation, dude, like whether you want to, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this right now. It's not the fucking time or the fucking place. The point is this simple, dude. I've drawn the line at this show, at this YouTube channel. If Saturday, I'm busy. I'm doing this. I don't go fucking anywhere. And then on Tuesday now, I know it's Thursday where you're not in a fucking time warp. We're right? It is Thursday. I don't even, bro, I'm so all over the place. I need to catch you up on everything that has gone on. And if you haven't heard from me, you can imagine the shit that I had to fucking say, dude. It makes me laugh on one end because it's fucking almost comical how this always happens to me, dude. Only to me though. Shit like only happens to me though, dude. It's like it's supposed to. They're giving me material, man. That's what this is. This is what this is. They're giving me material. Basically, I have to look at it a different lens. Anyway, look, I need to fucking take this asshole dog out. I took her out earlier. She pissed. She still got a shit. But for some reason, she wants to do it in fucking waves, bro. I don't know why. So I gotta go up and down 3 flights of fucking steps. But whatever, dude. You know what? I can't even be mad at her because I can't even go to the bathroom right either. So how can I be mad at her that she gotta go out? Fucking bro. I'm out of a fucking cannon, dude. I've been itching to do this shit since I was supposed to be here, but I overslept and I fucked it up. Whatever. If I don't get up out of this chair right now, I'm not gonna. So what do you want to do? I can put something up, or you can bullshit to nobody until I get back. Or I could jump on my phone mobily. I realize I'm a fucking idiot, dude. I could jump on my phone while I'm out there, but I don't want this to. I'm gonna have to pull myself out. I'm gonna try something new. Okay, so if you could just take over for a second, I'll see if I can fix it.
I was going to say, though, it might be better. You can still do that, whatever, but maybe just come back live when you come back, because I don't want to go through too much of the notes and that while you're not here, even though you'll be on the phone, because, like, then we can't, like, discuss it, like...
Okay, well, I'm saying, like, 5 minutes. I need. Right. I know that's a long time to ask you to stretch, bro. It's a long time. I know, but
it's
I'm
only
saying
a long time though. If you say 5 minutes and then it turns into like half an hour, 20 minutes.
Yeah, no, I'm not, dude. I'm not like that. I try not to be like that, dude. Unless things happen, I'm not that guy. I keep forgetting, like I don't know you though. Like you don't know that I'm. Believe me when I tell you, dude, when people need shit done, I'm the fucking guy that they call. They call me to do it because they go, dude, well, you're not doing anything. Let's get you to do it. I'm not going to leave you fucking hanging, bro. Ugh. Jesus Christ. I need to find something to listen to, dude, because this is so good. I haven't started my morning off the right way. You don't listen to music, but
I don't know. I just don't listen to it like I used to. I actually did a reaction a little bit today, but I'm just, even with the reactions recently, I haven't really been doing a lot myself. So
I know I gotta do my fucking content, dude. I haven't been slacking.
I feel like you need to do like a stream, one of your own streams soon, like when you can be asked to do it, just because like you said, you got like, not just me, but like to update other people, like, and just get it out your system.
Dude, it's weird that people are like, bro, where's your shit? It's like, this is weird because that's like the first time, and it's not like it's hundreds of people, but it doesn't matter. And if one person goes, hey man, what are you doing? That should be like, oh fuck, all right, I need to do this then. But
and I'm not gonna lie, I was pissed the other day when you was like, it's good that you've got that much content there to do the, you know, like the 24-hour streams and that, but I was like, this motherfucker said he was going live.
See,
and then I was
I
like,
didn't think of it. I didn't think of it at the reverse of that, dude. The way I thought of it was like, I'm literally shaking, fucking throwing my guts up, bro. Can't even like, bro. It was nobody would have wanted to see that, dude. Nobody, bro. It would have been like I was a fucking victim in a zombie film, bro. Like somebody bit me and I'm turning and shit. It was ugly. It was real ugly. I'm gonna try to do it on my phone, but in order for me to do that, sorry, I know I just killed everybody's ears at home. I have to stop fucking around on this desk. Listen, I'm also gonna move everything around in here. I know this seems manic, but it's been planned for a while. And I'm just lazy and I didn't do it. All this shit is gonna look different. We're moving everything around, so hopefully it will be less, movement and noise, because if you even so much as fucking breathe towards the microphone, you get feedback. God damn it. Hold on. What I'm gonna do is pull myself out of this stream. I'm still going to be on, the stream is going to run. Let me explain to you how this is going to work, because I know we're both fucking idiots when it comes to computers, but the reason why I was able to run that 24-hour stream is because I'm kind of figuring out the control settings a little bit, dude. Not a lot. Don't get excited. Not much. But I can do that. Like, look, if you needed, I know you can't just leave dead air, but I'm saying, dude, it's helpful to be able to just do this shit. Look, now we're both still in the stream, right? But
Yeah.
say we need to get up and do something real fucking quick, dude. I need 5 minutes so this dog can take a shit. I know it's annoying for people at home to not have a fucking visual, but get over it, motherfucker. What do you like? Life's gonna go on. I need to. The dog's got his shit. Am I supposed to go? Yeah, sorry, Samora. I can't bring you outside because people at home right now can't wait 10 minutes to hear me talk about a fucking movie because I scheduled it for 10 a.m. You know what I mean? Like, don't be ridiculous. Things are gonna fucking happen. If you can't wait the 10 minutes for the fucking show, then leave. Then leave right now. Fucking leave right now, dude. Look, I know you. Did you? I'm sorry. Did you buy a ticket? Did you buy a fucking ticket to be in attendance today? Then shut the fuck up. Okay, let me stop playing. All right.
Are you gonna like just play some music or something for 5 minutes or whatever? I think that might be better, and then we'll just come back in when you're back.
Well, okay, so now you're gonna get complicated, but you know what? I think I can actually do this through my phone. I'm gonna set up something where I'm playing music just long enough to take the dog outside. Once I take her outside, then I can get on my phone and pull this stream. The main stream is on the computer, right? So I can leave it open. Then I go outside. If I jump on the site, I can open the same stream on my phone, but it's different. So I can get into the settings, and then I can add the way I could do this. How I could do that with you, right? Like that. I could do that off my phone, dude. So I can add and remove us and fucking music. It's a lot more easy than I thought it was. It's not super difficult. It's just a pain in the ass when the two microphones get in the fucking room, because then they're trying to compete for the spotlight, and then you get feedback, and that's where you want to shoot yourself in the fucking head or go deaf, one of the two. This is where it would be helpful. See, now on the podcast platform, dude, we could put a song in here if you wanted to. But we would have to take off. Well, I can explain that to you later. But why even bother getting into copyrighted material when we have other shit at our disposal that everybody's heard a million times already? But whatever, go fuck yourself. I'm one human being. There's only so many things I can make, bro. I don't know what you want from me in my life. Here, you know what? I'll fucking... Fuck it. I'll do this one. I'm gonna put something on. Give me a second. Because that one's long, right? Yeah. Fuck it. Yeah, I'll do that. You heard it 100 times. I don't give a fuck, dude. Ah, fucking cocksucker. God damn it. Give me a second. Motherfucker. Share audio. Okay. All right.
I have bipolar, type 1, type fun, except, not. I was running around my building naked, kind of half screaming, half singing, until my neighbor called the cops. I had a, manic episode.
Gee,
Laughing.
At.
Birds.
Okay, so we have 4 goals so far. 2 are chores. 1 is a felony.
It's a public service, really.
Correct.
Still, what are we gonna do for us? I mean, considering you survived the shitstorm that was year 15, I think it's kind of like go big and go home, right?
So we go big then. What do you have in mind? Costume change.
I have bipolar, type 1, type fun, except, not. I was running around my building naked, kind of half screaming, half singing, until my neighbor called the cops. I had a manic episode.
She struggles mental health wise, and I thought I understood.
Some of the stuff I taped for it, they all kind of work when they feel like it, and therapy helps, obviously.
When she's depressed, all she can talk about is dying. I mean, it's not like here's my plan for the day, but
ideation.
Yeah, it scares me.
I had a social worker once who told me to surround myself with life. So I bought a fern, and it helped a little.
Because she tried once in college and then again in her 20s, so twice, I guess. Not recently, but sometimes I think, fuck it, if you really want to die so bad, just fucking do it,
I know myself, okay? And I am more in it with you every second. So I have to walk away now. Your turn.
I love you.
No, that's not an argument.
Yes, it is.
No.
It's the only argument. Everything is gonna be just fine. I promise.
You say that right now. But this thing that's inside of me, it's me.
Baby, hey, please, hey, can
No.
you just
No.
shut down?
No.
Can we just
No,
talk about
you
this?
don't understand. It will wear you down sooner or later.
Not tonight. No, tonight was fun. I can just feel the claws in my brain. No. Your turn.
Hi. Is everything all right over here?
Of course.
Oh, good. Well, I was just taking Susan out to use the ladies, and we couldn't help but hear kind of a scream coming from your house. So I think about the kids, It's a family neighborhood. And one day you'll think, you know what? This is too much. And you'll be right.
Suicide and
Mental.
We all go a little mad.
I just can't.
Do the light work.
They will say that I have shed innocent blood. What's blood for? If not for shedding.
Just some things you gotta do. Don't mean you have to like it.
I live in the weak and the wounded.
I am the devil. It's Halloween.
There is nothing to worry about. Be afraid. Be very afraid.
I guess everyone's entitled to one good scare, huh?
An excellent day for an exorcism.
UK NJ Project. Death has come to your little town, Sheriff.
You gotta be fucking kidding.
You can either ignore it or you can help me to stop it.
Please, God. This is God.
The power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you.
Anything you want. Anything. You ask for anything. I must grant it.
Your mother sucks cocks in hell, Paris, you faithless swine.
play with us? Depends on what's at stake.
I think you wish.
Come play with us, Daddy.
Play the game of your choice. I have a feeling you'll do very well. I can feel it.
You want to know what happens to an eyeball when it gets punctured?
You are seriously fucked up. Look at you. You need a professional.
Mother is the name for God on the lips and hearts of all children. Do you understand?
Of course, this asshole just lays back down. So you know what? Forget it. She can sit up here until we're done. Then, because I want to get this shit done and over with, dude. I gotta call my regular doctor to figure out why the fuck do I not have cough syrup in my hand right now, for one, and for two, why is the fucking pharmacy telling me that I picked up a prescription for promethazine last fucking week when I never even had one wrote to me in the motherfucking first place? And if I did, where the fuck is it at? Who took it? Explain to me why I'm throwing the fuck up, dude, 4 hours at a fucking time because the cough is so hard, bro. Pulling my stomach muscles and shit. Legitimate, dude. There's no bullshit, man.
I don't think I've ever had that from. Well, I don't know. Maybe when I smoked weed before, but I've had it from like laughing to the point of like I'm gonna like just die.
Yeah, bro. Like, dude, I know smoking is not great, which is why I'm fucking quitting. But you could definitely tell it does a number on you, dude. Like, I'm not even gonna be smoking the weed. I'm gonna be eating it because smoke is too harsh. I've done it for too many years. I can't handle it anymore. I honestly don't know how people can live into their fucking 50s and 60s and still do this, dude. I can't. It's too much. I'm tapping out. Tapping out, bro.
I like when I used to smoke. I didn't get it all the time, but I definitely remember quite a few occasions where I used to just have a coughing fit for like most of the time I was smoking, even if it was just like half a joint or whatever. Like,
Bro, I hate it. I hate it. It's from hitting it too. It's from hitting it too hard, or the shit is just too harsh, bro. That's what it is.
Yeah. And then I'd like have a drink to try and like ease it, and then it just wouldn't work.
That makes it work, bro. No. That's I know.
I'm just like,
dude, you, me, we all. What are you talking about? We all did it. That's why. Why do you think people love Eminem, bro? Say what you want about the dude, but he said it. He said in the fucking. What is it? He said it and kill you, dude. I hope the weed will outweigh these drinks.
I did a reaction to him a minute ago, and I was a bit annoyed. He compared himself to the Manchester bombings and the
what
happened because he's like deadly and dangerous.
Fucking homo. Oh, you're a homo. Shut up. You're not.
I get what he's doing, but I was like, that's just offensive. Like, why are you gonna compare yourself to? Like,
Is it not? Dude, that's what you, dude. Listen. I you know what? I've only heard one song off that album that I actually think sounds like Eminem. You can say what you want about, or it's a new era and artists need to evolve. Is he a fucking rapper or a pop singer? What is he doing? What the fuck is he doing? Get it to fucking together. Get mad. Pull your fucking hair out and punch the air. I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't care. Get it together, son. Get it together. If you want to be a fucking singer, then sing. If you're gonna fucking rap, then rap, motherfucker. You can't do both. You ain't Bone, dude. You're not Bone Thugs and Harmony. And look, I'm sure you love the style and you appreciate it. That's not who you are. You're a fucking dirtbag who raps about taking drugs and being fucking broke. And now I'm not broke. And now I'm rich. And now I got no life. And there's nothing else, dude. Welcome to the life of a human being. It's a dull fucking place to be after a fashion, no matter what level you're on. You can't just start singing now, dude. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. And then, by the way, expect me to buy the album and suck your dick over it. Like I want to hear your, oh, this is so disrespectful. I want to hear Eminem sing like I want to hear Joe Pesci sing, dude. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, no disrespect to Joe Pesci. No disrespect to Joe Pesci. That motherfucker would break my ankles with a smile on his face. I'm sure he would. I love Joe Pesci as an actor. I'm a cunt, okay? If the guy wants to sing, he should sing, but I don't go to you for your singing lessons, cocksucker. You go to Eminem for his rap schemes, dude. You don't go to Eminem for his fucking singing ability. Get it together, man. I said it earlier. I let it slide, bro. You want me to go through the whole dude's career? Because I could fucking do it.
Nah.
Like,
We'll do it another time.
yeah. I was kidding. I'm kidding.
We will get into the film in a sec, but I just wanted to say that a lot of the verses he does, like I'll like
they're boring now. I'm sorry. Let me cut in real quick. They're boring now, dude. I know you can rhyme names together. I know you can rhyme words together. That was cool for the first 5 albums, dude. Whatever it is, right? Like, can I get something else? What else do you got going on?
I know what he's doing, but he's done it so many times before.
Bro, he thinks that he's taking hip hop to another level, and you're not. You're just going pop, my man. You're crossing over. You're not bringing hip hop to another level. You're not the Sugar Hill Gang. It's already been done. You can't do it again, sweetheart. It's not how it works. I'm sorry I keep cutting you off. Go ahead, please.
I was just gonna say, like, I'm not a lot of the verses I know what he's doing, but like you said, it's predictable now. But I've got more of a problem with the hooks and the choruses on it. Like, I probably liked maybe 1 or 2 on the ones I've just checked out, and there's like, I don't know, like 12, 13 tracks or something. And even me, like, he was a big influence on me, like when I was growing up listening to him. But now I'm just like, I expected more from him just on the hooks and that, even if it's a singer or whatever, because even the people he's getting on these songs now, I'm just like, what is this? Like, I just never expected that sort of shit. And now I feel like he's doing it to try and fit in with a new style. But
dude, listen. Put yourself in his shoes, dude. I've done this, okay? And I'm ignorant. I don't know shit. I only know what it's like to wake up and be Jack of one trade every day, which is not a fucking picnic. I can promise you that. Here's what I figured, dude, right? Guy gets a lucky ultimate break in the fucking world, bro. One of the biggest music producers ever signs this kid off of a tape that somebody just happens to hand somebody else, bro. Now, this dude hands you a cassette full of beats, right? That fucking he don't even like. No, that's not true. That's not true at all. And I mean, look,
how would that even work, though? I couldn't pitch that at all.
Okay, you know what? I see your point. As a human being, if Eminem wants to sing, I support that. If that's what he wants to do, as a human being, the Marshall Mathers, whoever that guy is in his heart, if him singing makes him happy, I support it. I'm not talking to the human being that is Marshall Mathers right now. I'm talking about the hip hop artist, the rapper, whatever the fuck you want to call him, Eminem, who is not a singer. And if you joined Boyz II Men, I would not support that, because fuck you then, dude. You're telling me that me supporting your fucking then you get into it. You know what? It doesn't matter. I don't want to talk about this dude, because at the end of the day,
free. Let's go.
Yeah, because Eminem's always going to be one of the greatest. Let me just close with this, because you would have to. He's always going to be one of the greatest. I have all of his albums up to fucking Recovery. After Recovery is where we part ways. I don't know anything after that, but everything up to Recovery, excluding Encore, excluding that album, because I told you I don't agree with your creative choices. I don't want to censor you, and I think you made some disgusting choices. But outside of that, dude, I can't sit here and tell you that I would not go back and listen right to the second to any one of those albums front to back, except for Encore, because I fucking would, and I do on a regular basis. Hold on. As the World Turns off the Slim Shady LP1 just popped on my phone the other day. I have it in a playlist. Like, I knew it was there. I haven't listened to it in a while. If you haven't gone back and listened to the old shit, nothing against the new shit, dude, but it holds up, is all I'm trying to say. The guy is always going to be one of the fucking greatest ever to do it. So, you know, as much shit as I talk about the choices that he has made, as a human being, I support him if he wants to sing. But as a fan of his records, I only want to hear him rap, and it breaks my heart to see or hear him do anything else. Berserker is one of the most heartbreaking things I've ever seen in my life. But I'm gonna just end it there and shut the fuck up. Die Hard 3, you could go. I've cut you off 80 times. I talk too motherfucking much as it is already.
All right, so I love the beginning of this film, like that it was in Harlem, wasn't it? And he's in the street with like a sign on. But a question for you already.
Dude.
What?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What? Why? Like, this might be a really stupid question, but I don't understand why. Why? Why has he not got any clothes on? Why has he only got like boxer shorts on?
Good question. Okay, so basically, they want him to look crazy. That's what the idea is. They want him to look fucking nuts, dude. They want him to look nuts, so he's standing out there with because who in their right mind would stand out in the street with a sign that says some shit like, I gotta pull up the Google image of this. I should have pulled this already.
But I love that in the beginning, how they shot it, where he's in the van and you just see him stripping off, and then you see him put a sign on, but then it goes to the other scene with Carver in his shop. And the kids run in and then when it pans back out and he just turns around with that sign, and then you see what's written on the sign, I was like, that I love how they did that.
Hold on, dude. But yeah, the reason why I know you're talking about something else. He's supposed to look crazy, which he definitely does. Look at that, bro. You're telling me that guy right there doesn't look like a dude that would give you a problem? That guy looks like he has all his shit in order. I don't think so, dude.
I love how that shot that scene though. Do you know what I mean? Where it zooms in on Carver and then it goes to him out on the street and he turns around and you're just hit with that sign. I was like, that is effective.
Now look, I know this is not a great place to pause, and I don't like this word, and I don't use it in my day-to-day life, and I don't appreciate it when people around me use language like this, and I don't support it, and I do shut it down when I can, unless you're talking to somebody who just is that person. Then what's the point? So, but look, I think it's balls. I think it's balls to do this in a movie, no?
Yeah, and
in the middle of fucking Harlem, dude. Are you crazy? I wouldn't stand where Bruce Willis is standing without this sign unless you paid me. That's just me, dude. I'm sorry. I don't want to get fucking run over, shot, stabbed, whatever, heroined up, whatever it is, whatever can happen to you.
I love it in this film that like throughout the film, it comes in and out where they're like even arguing with each other about race and that, and I like that a lot because it challenges stuff that people don't want to talk about. Like it would live up like this still.
I like the fact that Samuel L. Jackson was a little bit racist.
Yeah, like I put in the notes, like I like in the film how he's always on edge. Like he's like, say something, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like I like that part of it, and I think it holds like true to this day still. Like you could put this on and it would still like hold up, I think, in terms of like the race side of it that they put in the storyline. Which
isn't that fucking sad, dude?
Well, it is, but like
upset you?
I just think you don't really see a lot of films doing that now, which you could argue is maybe a good thing.
No,
I
but
think
that's
you need to
why.
challenge-
So yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I just think you need to like these sort of things in films. Like you don't see this really anymore, and I know it can cause like bad things between people, but I think it at the same time.
What, a
you can't never
conversation?
just not talk about it.
A conversation's bad. I'm sorry.
For
Do you
a lot
not
of
want to
people
know?
It is now, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's the problem, though, right? That's the Do you not want to know how? I'm sorry. Are you scared that if you do some digging, the person next to you is going to be an asshole? Because if that's the case, then I got news for you. A lot of people that you think you don't know at all. You don't know at all.
But at the beginning of this film, when he turns around and you're hit with that sign, it really caught me off guard. But
Bro, I couldn't believe it. The first time I seen it. Hold
Can you
on.
imagine when this come out and people have gone to the cinema and seen that? Like there must have been like shit popping off. But that's good because it's challenged people. It's put it there so they can't ignore it.
Yeah, it's kind of hard not to, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it is right in your fucking face.
Like I felt a little bit uncomfortable watching it, but at the same time, I was glad because I was like, you don't really see this anymore because you got a hard enough time even getting this on anyone to put this out because not enough people have got the balls to do that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, dude, it is important that they touched up on it. I think, not that I'm adding a whole lot to the conversation, but when did you look and see when this was made?
1995. I was meant to say at the beginning.
95. What? All right, I'm trying to put this into perspective, dude. Like the balls you would have to put this in. But you know what, though? I don't think it's balls. I think people like this movie because they respect the fact that the people that wrote it were willing to make social commentary, and they didn't. I don't think they threw it down your throat in this film, though, dude. They made it a point to bring it up because it's something that we all do deal with. Because whether you want to admit it or not, we're all different.
Yeah.
It doesn't beat you over the head and go, you're bad for being white. Or I'm sorry that you're. How about the other shit? You like the other shit that they do, that these fucking gross white people do? They think they're doing you a favor. I'm sorry, sweetie, that you're black. I'm sorry that you weren't born white. You don't have it great. Like, dude, that's not good either. That's you're not supposed to. That's not what it is. It hurts my head, bro. Some people hurt my fucking head, dude.
In that scene at the beginning as well, when them kids are in the shop with Carver, he's like trying to teach them, and he says to them, "Who do we not want to help us?" And they're like,
"The white man." So you know what's funny? Dude? This is the double standard. This is the double standard because if that was a white guy saying to two white kids,
exactly,
we would go, "Oh, that's terrible."
We can watch that, and the target is us, but we find it funny. That's the difference. Now,
Well, that's because
we haven't got the history behind it like they have, but I just
no,
think...
but dude, let's not. Come on, now let's tone it down a little bit, and let's be honest. We're not brilliant. We got it because that was the fucking joke for us to get at home. Obviously, the bigger picture would be there's nothing funny about a black dude saying if you're teaching his kids, if you're in the middle of the street, don't get a white person to help you because they're not gonna help you. I mean, he's right in a sad way, though. I mean. If I was him, I would probably teach my kids the same thing. I'm not gonna fucking sit here and lie. I know that, but I know it's meant to be funny and it's a joke. So let's not get all ultra fucking sensitive over it and start rubbing our nipples over the fact that it was brought up. But I'm saying, dude, you know,
I just think it's difficult, isn't it? Because I think if people could laugh more about things like that, then it wouldn't be as big as an issue as it is.
Right, because then they start to get all serious. They go, oh, well, so, all right, so when a black person is racist, it's funny. When a white person is racist, it's evil. It's like, no, I'm laughing at his ignorance. Because if his kids needed help, I would help them. I wouldn't stop for a second to think about what they looked like. That's why it's funny to me. If you don't get the joke, you're the problem, not me. If you put us side by side right now, I don't mean me and you. I mean me and a stranger, whoever, all these woke fucking cunts on Twitter. If you want to compare, would you do the same thing as me in this situation? I don't know you. Maybe you would, but based off of your actions, I would bet to say that you fucking wouldn't. So anyway, to circle back around to finish the point so we can kind of be professional here and move on to the next part of the movie, is that, you know, racism isn't fucking funny, dude, but ignorance is. And I like the fact that they touched up on racism because that's legitimate. Luckily, thank God, dude. I mean, not to sound like a fucking cornball, but I got black neighbors, right? Now, I'm cool with them. Not that I should thank God for that. What I was getting to was they have kids. I'm a white person, right? My neighbors don't feel the need to tell their kids, if you see this white guy walking around outside, don't talk to him. And there's none of that. We see each other in and out of the building. We speak a little bit, and it's not brought up. It's not fucking weird. When people bring these things up in conversation, they make it fucking weird. Things are, believe me when I tell you, dude, social issues are fucking being discussed on every fucking level, and we don't need the woke mobs of Twitter to make sure that the conversations are being fucking had. None of us here are shy, dude. You know what I mean? We can handle a conversation. So we don't need to fucking cancel woke Twitter, please. You know, trying to say that Die Hard should be canceled because Bruce Willis is wearing a fucking sign because some bomber psychopath is upset about the fact that his brother got whacked in Nakatomi Plaza, dude. Did you not see the movie? Spoiler fucking alert, bro. It is what it is. I think it's a brilliant thing to fucking do. And I think more movies should have the balls to do this, dude. Not that anybody asked me what I think, but I'm putting my opinion out there for anybody who gives a shit. Please take the microphone now.
No, I think I agree. Like, it's a shame that you don't see films that tackle this more. Like, maybe there is some out there and we're just ignorant to it, but I don't think there's enough, especially in mainstream and that. It's almost like taboo still, isn't it? And that's the problem.
Yeah.
But there's another scene in there which kind of relates to this, which made me laugh. I think they're in the car at this point, and Carver says to, what's his name in it? The Bruce Willis character, I forgot.
John McClane.
John, that's it. He says to John in the car, he's like, they're arguing about something, and he says something to Carver, and he goes, "Chill out, man. Talk to me like a white man." Just another point that, like you said, like they put it in there, but I think, like, even though you said it's put there for us to laugh at, there'd still be white people that would look at that and be like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, dude, but you know what? Hold on.
Like, me and you were laughing at it, but there'd be people that watched that and probably, like, got up and walked out of the cinema and shit, which is ridiculous, but that
Yeah,
film
but
was not meant for them sort of people.
you have to work yourself into being. Look, it's not the writer's job and it's not the comedian's job to get you to a place where you could be comfortable with a fucking joke, right?
Yeah.
Some people that will, I guarantee you, there are people who walked out of the theater when this film was released.
That's crazy though, isn't it?
They walked out of the theater when it was released, and then they now own it on DVD, and they love the film. But I'm sure there were woke dickheads in the crowd back then who went to the film with their friends and was like, "Oh, I need to storm out of here because this is the right thing to do. I have to act like I'm outraged."
And shout to their friends, "Who's with me? Come on, guys, let's leave."
But when they got to a place where they actually stopped and thought about it, I'm sure they later went back and fucking saw the film, rented it, bought it, whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they love it now because they actually see what it was. There's a difference between being inclusive, dude, and segregated. I don't understand what's to not understand about that? If we're breaking your balls, that means you're part of the fucking clique. Does nobody not pay attention? In every section of life, every fucking where, that's part of what growing the bond is with somebody, isn't it? Is breaking their balls a little bit. If you go into the army, you got to go through boot camp, right? If you're in a gang, you got to fucking rape somebody, I guess. I don't know what their deal is. It's a power fucking struggle. We don't need to talk about that right now. You see the fucking point that I'm trying to make, hopefully, right?
Yeah, and like even in sports and stuff, like I listen to podcasts and things, and even like wrestling or footballers, or they say a lot of the people that have like retired, they'll talk about their time coming up. Like you have to earn your stripes, and the thing is, like you said, like breaking the balls and that used to go on a lot. But if they did that now, people would report them for fucking bullying. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, but no, but there's a healthy difference between breaking somebody's balls and bullying them. There's a way you go about. Dude, everybody knows that. Everybody knows. I don't understand why are we acting like these gray areas don't exist. Of course they exist. How the fuck do you think we got to the right and wrong? Because there's an area in the middle. That's how you get there. These people are fucking cavemen. You know what happened, dude? Technology advanced so far that it literally did a hard reset on some people's brains, and they've gone backwards because they don't have the processing power to be able to register that, you know, things are moving in a different direction. It's fucking crazy. I was trying to look up the taxi scene, to be honest with you, and buy time, but I forgot we can't use clips because of the copyright, all that bullshit. So it doesn't matter anyway. Whatever, you've seen the movie at home, I'm sure. Look, let the big budget channels spend the money and fucking go and get clips from the movie companies. We don't have that kind of money, dude. We're not that type of production. We're grassroots around here, right?
Dirt roots.
Yeah, dirt roots, exactly. So anyway, dude. All right. Continuing on to with the movie, dude. How about the puzzles? What'd you think about all the different puzzles that Simon had John do and Zeus do running around New York and shit?
Yeah, I liked it. I liked the scene that pops out in my head more is
the fountain.
Well, that I wasn't that one as well, but the bit where they go to the phone near the train station.
Oh yeah. That's a good
Just
one.
because he proper makes them look like
Bro, you know what? That's another thing that hits on the perfect fucking social issue, bro. First they did it. They first did it with the racist shit in the beginning, right? And then in the train station with that nervous dickhead cop.
Yeah. I completely forgot until you just mentioned that.
Like, come on, dude. That is why it's one of the fucking best movies ever, bro. Because this guy is like, dude, listen to me. I'm a cop. I just have to pick up this phone. You gotta just let me, like, this dude. It just shows you the level of. I think it does a good job of showing you the level of panic that cops have to operate under.
And this was in '95. They made this film, and
right.
In the
now they're
happening today,
bro. Let me ask you a question. Sometimes I forget we're from two different countries, bro.
I work on my accent, so it help. Imagine if I come in here one day just like matching your accent. That'd be mental.
That would be mental. I wouldn't know. I would be like, who the fuck? What? Oh man, I don't know what's going on. I think I'm having a breakdown. That's probably what would happen. Like, where am I at? Did I finally make it to the funny farm, dude? But okay, so obviously you guys have cops, and your cops drive cars. I would assume. Am I good so far? Right? I'm not.
Yeah, I know. We're not like advanced as China, but we're not still on fucking horseback all the time.
Is that's fucking I'm not into that. I'm not into that at all, dude. Though there is, I can see why comedy exists, but I don't want to get. Let's not. All right. So when your cops roll around, right? If you decide to take a stroll in your neighborhood right now, if a cop car passes you, what is it that you're looking at? Like, I know that sounds stupid, but we're gonna have two very different descriptions. I feel like my description is more so on some RoboCop shit. Like, a cop from 1995 is way different from a cop in 2021. They look like action figures now, dude.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I've heard this in like people talk about. You could say like people call them conspiracy theorists and that, but I think this one you can like you might even agree with this. Like just how they look, like you said, a lot of them have got like these vests and that on, and like black boots and fucking bats or whatever, and the way that they're like the images, it is literally like they are a gang, and they are a gang. So that a lot of the ones over here, not all the time, but quite a lot of the time you see them, even out in the street and that, they're dressed to intimidate. When I used to go to football, I used to have like a season ticket, and for like bigger games where there was crowd trouble or whatever, they'd come on like horses and shit, but also walk around with like these boots on, like you said, like they're action men and stuff, and like fucking leather gloves and everything. And I just thought it is definitely the image thing that is a big part of it, because they definitely do that on purpose, I think, to try and intimidate. And notice it's all black as well. That's a reason that it's all black.
It's this is great, and you wonder why I'm scared of the cops, dude. Come on now. I think if you're not scared of the police, you're a fucking moron. That's what I think. But people will look at me and say the same exact thing. Like, dude, how do you look at Rambo over here and go, oh yeah, that guy will protect me? If shit pops up, that's gonna be the first guy that's gonna shoot you. What are you talking about right now? Are you fucking?
And the thing is, you're like your spears or whatever are not going to measure up to a bullet.
Because, bro, look at the difference. Look at this guy. I don't know what year this is from, but that's like a standard uniform, right? I don't know who this dude is. Apparently, he's somebody because he keeps popping up in the fucking thing. I don't know why Google picked him, but check that out. Versus, let me pick a good one, dude. Even, you know what? Even this one. Look at the difference. The difference, almost like militant, dude.
I was going to say, it's like militia.
Yeah, for real. They do. Bro, it's gross, dude. You should see when the motherfuckers come out. Bro, I live in a bad spot, dude. I mean, as far as the cops are concerned, these people don't fuck around. They don't fuck around. But my point was, I don't even remember what my fucking point was, dude. I mean, they're not showing up like this, which is good. They're not showing up like this, at least, which is good, right? But I feel like
that's to come with the fucking whole virus shit. I think that will start happening because there'll be like civil wars and shit popping off soon. Well, I don't know if you've got the same thing going on over there, but we've just been put into another lockdown. So we're now being told that we can't even really leave our house now, like apart from like emergency shopping or whatever, which is just a joke.
That's crazy. Well, I did not know that. I'm sure we probably are. I don't know, because I'm going to be quarantined for the next 2 weeks anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I know I have to get to that. My point was, I forgot why I'd originally brought this up. This was my point. Let me stop sharing this because I don't want everybody to think like I'm trying to not trying to trigger anybody. Fucking sissies. Anyway, my point was this, dude. My point was this, and I put the camera back on because we're not showing clips. We should be able to have the fucking power to show our goddamn faces at least. It might not. This computer is not. We're not doing good. I can't. We'll get to that. It's a different show. My point was this. In 95, a cop would maybe show up with a 9mm, right? Now, 2021, when the cops show up, dude, I'm sorry, I don't know if this is important. I'm sorry, dude.
Dimash, I'm assuming you've seen Die Hard 3. I think this is the first time I've seen it. I think I've seen like clips of it before, but I don't even know if I've seen number 2. I've seen number 1 a long time ago.
Yo, my CBD just got here, dude. Give me a sec. I'm gonna run outside and grab it, all right? Take this shit. Finally, motherfucker. God damn.
So, this film, as I said, I think it's very good for tackling like the racial issues. It gets brought in and out of the film at different times. I think in like a sort of comedic way, but certain people will look at it and be offended or whatever, which is sad. But I think it's an important film. Like, even though it's an action film, it's got some really well thought out scenes in it. I think when it comes to like the racial stuff, like Jack was saying in the train station with the cop, like that's happening to this day, and that shouldn't be happening anymore. And that's something that, like I said, this film addresses, which I think is good because you don't get that sort of depth usually with an action film that I've seen. So I like that about the film. I can't remember what the song is in the film, but they play it with like the military scenes when they're bringing the tanks and all that in and stealing the gold, which I didn't like because it just seemed a bit corny and a bit sort of Hollywood. Like, I just thought it was mocking what they were doing a bit. I didn't enjoy the tanks and all that in the film, and I didn't like the music playing over it at that certain times either. But I could see a lot of people wouldn't have problems with it, but for me, I didn't like that side of it. So, but Samuel Jackson says some funny lines in this film. He's definitely got some quotes. He says, "When are you going to start helping me?" When they're near the fountain and that, he's like, after you've like got the bomb. And he's just funny in this film, but also like he's on edge and serious at times, and I think he plays the role really well. I think Carver for me was my favorite in this film, who was played by Samuel Jackson. Bruce Willis does a good job with John McClane, but I like Carver's character and his sense of humor, but also his like edginess. Okay. But yeah, I don't know what that song is. I'll have to try and find out what the song is. But there's a certain song that they keep playing, and I'm like, what the stop playing this song. And I don't know, Jack will speak when he comes back about it, I reckon. But I didn't like the film when it comes to all the like the lorries and that coming into it. Like, I would have preferred this film a lot more if it was based how it started out in the film. Like, if it was set in Harlem and it was more to do with like the streets and that, I definitely think I would prefer it, because I like that whole like ghetto side and the street side and gang side, instead of having like a villain. I know he's tied into the first.
Hold on. I'm here. Give me a second.
I'll carry on for a minute, but I like how it starts, but I would have preferred the film overall if it had kept to the storyline that it started out with, instead of switching it. I know they had to do that for the film because he's the brother of the villain in the first film, I believe. But I would have preferred it if they'd have kept it to the street level and with like gangs and that. I think that would have made much more of a fun film. And you've already got the start of the film with that. You don't have to like change it up too much. So I'd have preferred it if they'd have gone that way with it.
All right. Finally. I know I'm derailing the fucking review. I don't have to. If you want to continue with the movie, I can put this off to the side and just do what I got to do with it.
Are you available to talk still, or you got to do that?
I'm sitting here. I'm saying I was just gonna show you what just came in real fast. Or do you want me to put it off to the end of the show and you want to continue with the movie? Yeah.
Because I ain't got a great deal of notes, so I thought if we just carry on and then we'll do that bit at the end.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
So, like, what do you think of that? Like, I mean, it didn't ruin the film, but I would have preferred it if they'd have kept it like it was at the start. Because I
Wait,
just prefer
what?
that street side of it and like the gangs and that instead of tying it into him being the brother of the guy in the first one and the fact that they're Nazis and that. Like,
Well, I mean, dude, that was an extra. Look, don't forget what this movie is, guy. This is imported cheese, bro. Like, this was a cheese ball movie. I don't know why they just can't make a fucking perfect. I mean, they can. John Wick is as close as you're gonna get, I suppose, to the perfect action movie, right? But even that's got cheese on it. It's like impossible. It's impossible to write an action movie and not have it be cheesy.
Do you know what it's like? It's like when someone does like say one of your friends says something that's hilarious, but then they just keep going on about it, and you're like, yeah, it was funny the first time.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's exactly. You know what? You know why, dude? I think it's because no matter how good the film is, you know that you cannot recreate that.
Yeah.
That is just you can't do it. You can't do it. It's like the feeling that you get when you jump out of a fucking plane, right? I don't know what that feeling is, but so people that do that do.
Yeah. But it's just true. Like, you go back to like a place you grew up or something, or like something you enjoyed, like a holiday or something, and the majority of the time it doesn't even compare. Like, it's like it's a different place to what you remember it for.
Yeah, I know you remember it being so, dude. I just went. It's funny you mentioned that because just a couple of days ago, I went to the food store that I go to is next to a place where I used to live, where I grew up at, and I went over there. It's weird to look at a neighborhood that I grew up in for a decent part of my life, like not really, only like 6 years, but in the beginning, to see how different it actually looks compared to how I remember it in my head.
That's something I didn't even think of as well. I was just thinking in terms of like going back and going to like, I don't know, like a park or something, but I didn't even think of that to like the point that, especially if it's like, say it's like an old shop that you used to like or something, and now you go there and like it's complete, it don't even look the same. It's like, and you're like, oh, and then it ruins the memory in a way, because you're like, now I've got to remember how I've seen it, how it is now.
That's how I feel with seeing people in the hospital. I know it's fucked up and you have to go and you should go, and I do go. I'll put the camera back on for a second. I'm gonna switch to my mobile. I said I was gonna do it in the beginning, but I just want to make sure I have everything in here, so I'm still gonna do this while we talk. But I was gonna say that I don't like seeing people in the hospital for that reason, because of the fact that you can't. Then that's how you remember them. That's how you remember them, right? Like, unfortunately, one of the main memories I have of my grandmother is from the fucking nursing home, dude. Not because that's what I want, but because that was one of the last times that I seen her. And she was horrible. She looked terrible. That and the fucking, wake, funeral, whatever. Ugh.
I think sometimes with that as well, like the person that's dying will do their best to still try to be positive in that, but it still makes it hard to, like you said, to not remember that being there with them, and they're just, do you know what I mean, wasting away or whatever, and it's not what you remember them for, sort of thing, and it's difficult. I haven't really had to experience that yet, but I know that it's very likely that I will have to at some point. So I don't even know how I'm going to deal with that. you know how much of a mess I was in with the whole flipping relationship stuff, and that's like not even related to like my mum and my dad. Do you know what I mean? And because of that, I still live with them, and that's going to be crazy when I have to go through.
I can't even. I don't envy you. I don't envy you. I really don't, because when mine go, it's gonna be sad, but not the way it is for normal people, I think, because like it's gonna be upsetting for a different. It's gonna be a different kind of a hole.
Yeah,
I don't
'cause
know because I don't have that connection with them.
Yeah.
But the people that I love like that are already dead. You know what I mean? Like I don't. Oh, that sounds so. It sounds so mean to say it like that, but it's true. What am I gonna? I'm sorry. I'm not making up stories. I've already experienced that loss. I've already experienced it, and it fucking sucks. And there's nothing that will ever feel it even, unless you're. The only thing that helps I've found, and I know this is not going to help you considering what you just said, but while you don't have the relationship though, you have your kids, which is there's only two other things that you can really do, is have a relationship or have children to try to, replace that bond, whatever, with so that you have it, I guess. Like I'm lucky enough that I have Jen. So, at least there's that. But I mean, who knows? I try not to think like that just because she could go. You never know. You never know. Not that I don't want her to. I'm not pushing her out the door, but I'm just saying.
I actually said to my mum and dad the other day, I was like, I've been thinking a lot recently, I'm going to end up alone. Because, like, when you two are gone and, like, the kids are all grown up and stuff, do you know what I mean? If I don't meet someone, I'm going to be alone. I don't have, like, no one, like... I'm not even saying this for sympathy. I'm just saying it how it, like... I'm not friends with people that I used to be friends with anymore. And
bro, you know me, you're going to be fine. You know me, you're going to be fine. And I mean that. I'm not saying that because I'm the man. I'm saying that because if you think I'm going to let you just sit around and die a lonely, decrepit Englishman, you're out of your fucking mind. We'll find you somebody somehow, dude.
But do you know what's crazy? I was like, this means I'm going to have to fucking go out to clubs and stuff and be that guy that I never was just to try and meet someone.
You know what? You have options, dude. You don't have to go to clubs. You could go in many different directions. Which direction do you want to go in? That's the question.
Well, to be honest, I can't ever see myself being that stereotypical guy because I've never been like that.
So then don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. I'm not that guy. I mean, I'm a douchebag, right? Don't get me wrong, 100%. But I'm not, random clubbing, fucking guy, dude, because I hung out with those dudes. I'm not those people.
And you know what it was as well? When I did my job, that sort of helped me realize as well that I kind of knew I wasn't that person, but like thinking back on it now even more, I'm like, I used to see guys in there all the time that had come in every weekend, the same guys on their own, looking for girls and shit. And I just think there's a way of doing it as well, though. Do you know what I mean? A lot of them look desperate, and I was like, fuck me, I better never be like that. And I don't think I ever will be because do you know what I mean? It's not in me to go out and fucking perv on people and like look desperate for it. So, but doing that job helped me realize that, even just looking back on it now as well. Maybe not so much at the time, but now that I've broke up with like my ex and all that, and I don't ever want to be that guy, even if I have to be on my own, because I don't want to be searching like desperately and coming off like that to people.
He said synthetic love, dude. God damn. That's fucking synthetic love. Dude, I gotta write that down. Where's my paper at? I'm dead serious. I'm writing that down. Give me my notebook. Where's my notebook? Don't fucking play with me. That is brilliant. You know what that is? You know how many different things that could be? That could be a novel synthetic love could be a novel, could be a movie, could be a fucking synthetic love. I'm sorry. I'm a child. Dude, I would you could find somebody, bro. What about looking online? I don't mean Tinder, dude. I mean like really.
I've never done it. Like I've never even dabbled in it, so I have no idea.
Why
how
not
it
search
works.
why not search for things that you're interested in? No? I would imagine that's where you would start. Like everybody that I know in my life, I've met through weed and music, dude. Right? Like those were my avenues. That's where I meet my people. Not on purpose. I didn't realize that's how it was gonna happen. But most people that I've met are now doing this. So what the things that you do this. What else do you do? Like what are your avenues to meet people? How do you bump into people in your daily life?
Well, I fucking don't.
I don't mean now, dude. I mean, oh my god. I forget sometimes where we are and what is happening. What I mean is,
like literally, even before the whole virus and everything, I'd go to work, and that was
yeah,
only like 2 days a week if I'm lucky, because I was part time anyway. And
yeah.
then other than that, obviously I was still with my ex at the time, sort of on and off, and I'd be with the kids a lot.
So okay, I got you. I see what happened to you. You went through. Look, this happens to all of us. It happens to all of us. A friend of mine roasts me still to this day because that's what you have to do over this shit. But what winds up happening is when you get in a relationship, right? Tell me I'm wrong, dude. You probably had friends, people you were hanging out with before you get in a relationship. You get wrapped up. Now you stop hanging out with other people. Now the relationship doesn't work out. Everybody's already gone. So now nobody's around anymore. That's what happened. The question is, where did they come from in the first place? Where are all these people that were around before she was around? Where did they go? How come they disappeared? Where did you meet them at? What happened to them? Why is my thing not working? I mean, I guess you needed a second. I don't know. Either way, do you see what I'm trying to say? Hopefully you do. I'm not gonna keep asking you questions just in case you're not standing by your computer right
No,
this.
I'm back.
Okay,
I did hear what you said.
Yeah.
A lot of it was literally people I met at school or like pretty much
Okay.
school. Like that's how fucking.
Yeah.
I mean, you could argue that I've got myself to blame, but do you know what I mean? I never chose to be an introvert and fucking not be a social person. But now it's kind of like I feel like it's coming back to me in terms of like maybe sort of karma. And I'm not saying that to make like a sympathy vote. I'm just saying like being how I am, I've never gone out of my way to fucking make friends, and so.
Okay, so it sounds like me and you were the exact same person. Everybody, because I'm gonna tell you the truth, bro. I know you wouldn't believe this. Hold on, I know you wouldn't believe this from my stunning personality, but
Synthetic love. Sorry, I just started getting in.
I don't hang out with that many people. You know what I mean? So everybody that I knew from school. I lost touch with everybody, and.
Do you know what it is with you? Like, I feel like even though you say that we sound the same, I still think if we were in public, you would be around a lot more people just because you're louder than I am. I don't know if you're like that more in groups of people, but I just feel like you would naturally make more friends because I think you're a bit more open and
No way.
louder than
No way. Yeah, no way. I'm the exact opposite, dude. I'm everything. I am the opposite of all of that. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I guess you're right, but that's because I forced myself to have to. Somebody's got to make this moment go smoothly. So I
Plus,
guess
you know, I
I'm
think your upbringing, like it
yeah,
kind of it
true.
forced you to like mix with more people than I would have anyway. Like because you had more of a harsh sort of upbringing and what you went through. Like that naturally made you have to deal and mix with people anyway more than I would have. Even if it's for like for worse, do you know what I mean? And it's not a positive thing. You still had to probably communicate with a lot more people than I would have had to, just to fucking get by or whatever.
So what wound up happening was basically what you're telling me is you had friends in school, right? You wound up getting into a relationship with this girl. You guys fucking hold on. You guys are together for how long before she gets pregnant for the first time?
I don't even know. I know my daughter was born in 2011, but I can't even remember. Like, I'd say I don't know. It's probably I want to say about 7 to 8 years, but I don't know. I could be way wrong.
So 7 or 8 years y'all were dating before she got pregnant the first time?
Yeah, like we met at school and do you know, it's crazy because it's always been on and off with her. Like,
That's what I'm trying to get. That's my point, though. That's exactly my point. So for 8 years, like, all right, check this out, dude. You go to school, you meet this chick in high school, right?
yeah, so secondary, like, so we call it secondary school, but I started later, so she was there from the beginning of it, which was year 7. I started in year 9, like, because I moved here. So I started 2 years after her, but I literally sort of met her within probably the first week of starting, and then from there it just sort of progressed.
Okay, so then you started dating right away as soon as you got into secondary school.
Not straight away, but I'd say within that first year, I think we were probably together for a bit.
So you guys made it through school without her getting pregnant then, is what you're telling me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm guessing is you get into the relationship with this chick when you're in secondary school. You're not making many friends because you're spending your time with her, which is not a bad thing. In your mind, it's not really crossing your head that you should be fucking really doing anything else, right? But
yeah, and to be fair, I did spend time with her, but I'd also spend time with like the friends I did have as well. So it wasn't like I just completely just went with her. Do you know what I mean? Like,
where they at? They just everybody. Well, I know what happened is you had kids, right? And then you lose touch because you're busy taking care of them all the time, and then they want to go out and party and be single. You can't do that because you're a parent now, and you guys lose touch, whatever. And now you're to a point where you're finally a little bit flexible, and you're trying to figure out where you can start. I got good news for you, dude. Everybody else is in the same boat as you because of this goddamn coronavirus. So this is a beautiful opportunity for you to use. So stop getting mad about the fact you got to wear a motherfucking mask everywhere and start focusing on the fact that there are tons of fucking single people that are going to be not doing shit just like you, bro. Everybody is starting from the fucking ground level, my man. The bread lines, unemployment lines are out the fucking door. So that means there's no judgment. Ain't nobody got money to go out to it. Oh, wait, everything's closed. That's right. So this means this is the perfect opportunity for you. Listen to me. You can't date somebody. You can't date somebody that you don't know, right? Who does that? Nobody does that. This is the perfect opportunity for you to get to know people. How do I do that? We're going to figure that part out. But the most important part for you to realize is, dude, all this is going to be based off of personality matching because you're not a fucking millionaire and most other people aren't either. Now, unless you strike it rich with some cougar lady who, I don't have a good
mom.
Yeah, I don't have a good I really wanted to make a biscuits and tea joke with an old broad. I just didn't I had the pieces. I didn't give myself enough time to connect the material. But unless you find a rich broad, which is entirely possible, chances are, though, you're not gonna. Most of us don't. You don't have to worry about what do you do for work. All right, I'm out of work right now. All right, well, me too. You know what the conversation is gonna be? It's shifted in your favor. Now you don't have to go, well, I've been unemployed for however many years. You control the narrative, dummy. Listen to me. You could go, like I'm trying to think. You just went and did a thing, right? In a trade school, whatever. Use that to your advantage. You forget the fact that you haven't worked in who knows how long. Everybody's broke right now. Use that to your advantage. It's not her concern whatever you did before this. But like, I'm sorry, bitch. Am I paying your bills? No? All right then. Don't worry about what the fuck am I doing. Let me figure it out. That way you can use this time, dude. Everybody's starting at square one, right? Money is not going to be a big factor. And if it is, you're going to toss her at the fucking door anyway. We don't need this bitch. This is what it comes down to, dude. You got to work the personality angles, bro. Everybody's starting from square fucking one. This is the best thing that could have ever happened. Because now there's no judgment, right? We all got to start somewhere. Maybe you fucking meet somebody at the next job that you work at. I would not recommend it, honestly, but it's a possibility. You could do it, dude. You gotta just be able to look at this situation now and turn it on its fucking head. I'm talking positivity to the fucking motivational guy. That's how you know we're in the middle of a pandemic, people. When the fucking pessimist is talking positive to the motivational speaker. We got a fucking problem, Houston. We are going down, man. I know we're completely derailed up of the film, but this was important.
I was going to say, we will get back to
it. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This is important, dude. I told you I wouldn't leave you fucking hanging. I'm not that kind of a fucking guy, and I consider you part of the crew now, so.
To bring it up, I don't expect you. I'm not like throwing a life raft out there going help. But I just wanted to bring it up because it's been something I've been thinking about. So.
Well, no, so I didn't mean if you didn't want me to dive into that.
I didn't want it to seem like I'm going like help me. I'm just wanting
to
bring
it
up.
Look, like, bro, this is what the fucking point of a friendship is it not? I'm sorry, did everybody rewrite the fucking rules and nobody told me? This is what we're supposed to do. This is why we created this. This is what the transaction is for. Like, I know we're doing a stream right now, but you know what though, dude? It just so happens that we talk, it's good material, I guess. Some people would say. We're not saying that we're the shit. We don't think our opinions are greater than anybody else's, but having this conversation in this day and age is extremely important. And if we need to be the oxygen to fuel this motherfucking fire, then goddamn it, that's what we're gonna do. So I don't have a problem, to circle the wagons real quick. I don't have a problem with bringing this up, breaking it down, talking about it, whatever, because it's important to you. It's important to me, dude. I know we don't know each other. We don't. We're not in love. We don't hang out. Whatever you want to say, but it's about, being a decent fucking person, bro. And
well, you said we're not in love. Speak for yourself.
I just, I was trying to think of something funny. To say, and I thought that was pretty funny, dude. Just threw it in there. But, look, dude, I get it. I've been where you are. Isn't it? Would it not be a grave mishandling of me to, if I've been in a situation that you're talking about, is it not my duty? Is it not my duty as a human being to go, hey, like that's happened to me, or I'm going through that, or I've been through that, so I can share with you what I know, and we can help each other. And I know it has nothing to do with the fucking film, but you know what though, dude? This is the way that movies should be fucking reviewed. I'm sorry. if you don't like it. It's not a straight up and down movie review. Do the whole thing in 10 minutes and then rush through it. It's a natural conversation that goes in and out of. It starts at the movie, it drifts into other shit naturally because of things that if the movie is half decent in what it does, it will make you talk about different things that relate to it, which is the point. And you know, whether you realize it or not, dude, you can actually make a tie-in to what you're talking about with John McClane and his wife. If just for the jerk offs in the audience that think that there wasn't a motherfucking connection, have that.
Look at
have
all the
that.
bots that have turned up today in the chat. What is that about?
Dude, there's a lot. There's a lot, dude. But that
I've
means
seen
we're
it before,
doing.
but not like this.
That means we're doing good. I think that means we're doing good. That means we're popping up. If the robots are here, that means that we're popping up in people's suggestion feeds. That's the way that I'm figuring it. Just because they're not clicking the button yet doesn't matter. They will eventually, dude. Because of the amount of time that I've streamed, I don't want to get sidetracked again, but that was also another reason why I did that on my YouTube channel.
We'll get back into the film in a sec, but the
Yeah.
last thing I want to say is I'm just looking at this chat and it's funny because they've all got like no pictures and then you just got Demos sticking out like a sore thumb with his fucking
Yeah, shout out to Demos, bro. I want to talk to you about making a thumbnail for the UK&J project. I will fucking pay you for it. Dead ass. I will give you money. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you want, and I wait. God, what?
He created one for my channel, but I can't fucking figure
Where's
out.
it at, dude? What the
No,
fuck?
listen,
Send
I'm
it
about
to me.
Tell you. I'm about to tell you.
What the fuck,
He
this guy?
created it, but
Yeah.
I don't know how to get
How to
it
get
onto
it?
the iPad and what size and everything
Oh,
it needs to be
you
in.
poor fucking prick. Let me help you. Maybe I can help you. Maybe I can help you. That's dude.
You've called me
you're
a
in
dummy
bad
today.
shape.
Poor prick. A fucking what did you? Biscuits and tea, motherfucker. But
Yeah, I'm sorry. I like you, so I insult you. It's the East Coast way to do things. That's how we communicate. Like
So,
I
yeah, he
said
created
earlier,
it.
breaking balls is part of tradition. It's part of the tradition. We make fun of each other. We piss each other off. We rile each other up. This is what we do. You know, maybe that's a fucking man thing. I don't know.
So he created me this picture, and I was like, cool. And I was like, we've got a problem though. I don't know how to, because it's got the option to download it, but then I download it, and I don't know where it goes. And then I don't know what size or anything it needs to be in, because it doesn't tell me like it used to tell me on a laptop.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say, dude, if you can tell me where it is, send me the file, or tell me where it or
So
Demos.
he sent me it in an email, so I try and send it via email to you, and then
Yeah, just forward it to me. Forward
because I
me.
know in the past with I can't remember what it was now, but I've sent you things before, and you've like you managed to like sort the size and it out and send it back, and but obviously
Yeah.
at that point it was on the laptop, so that's where the fucking because I'm such a twat and I don't know what I'm doing, like because with the iPad and that I'm just lost.
Dude, don't feel bad. The only reason why I even know the little bit that I do is because my friend, Doug, my friend, god damn it. You can't.
And I said it
not
to
do
Demos, like saying, "Oh, I don't know how to scale it or what size I need it in and anything." You know, when you say it to someone, hoping that they'll be like, "Oh, you do it like this," but he was like,
Yeah.
"No, I don't know." I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah, nah, you have to be very specific. I've figured out. I don't know much of how to do anything other than, you know, I only know how to do this because my friend Doug showed me how to do this with the logos. He showed me this website, Canva, and when he put my SoundCloud together, like I'll show you. I'll pull my SoundCloud page up. This is where we started the podcast, dude. Luckily for me, though, I happened to know somebody that knew what they were doing. That's how I learned from him. Because if I was left to my own devices, I would have never figured this shit out, dude. I didn't even know these websites existed. Check that out. He made this banner right here.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. He showed me how to do all that, dude. So, I mean, I know how to resize shit because of him, but I'm just as dumb as you are, believe me. I'm not. I'm still trying to figure it out. I gotta buy a print. I'm buying a printer also. So we're gonna get this shit together. But if you can send me the file, I'll try to fix it. Because plus I really want to go ahead. Go ahead.
He sent it, but it's like it's zoomed in loads, and I don't even know how to like scale it back out or nothing. So
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't care. Just send me the file.
But I'm just giving you pre-warning. He's probably gonna laugh at this. I'm ginger in the picture.
What?
Because I said to him, yeah, like, because the picture, like, he looks proper like fucking Ultimate Warrior, like muscles, and I'm like, he's jacked, and he's like, no, he's not. And then he's also like, I said to Demas, I was like, why is he ginger? And he was like, he's not. He's like, it has to be that light, otherwise it fucks up when you come to something to do with how he created it. And I was like, does it though, or are you like ribbing me? So I don't really know. Like, I'm ginger in it, but I don't know if he could do me darker hair, then that I would have preferred it. But I'm not going to complain because I can't do anything. Like, he sent me a sick like picture. It's just the fact that he's jacked and ginger.
It sounds hilarious, dude. I love it. I fucking love it. Sounds great. Hold on, I'm gonna switch up real quick. Well, you know what? What the fuck? Real quick on the relationship thing before we close that down and switch back over to the movie. I do want to help you figure all that out, dude.
Yeah, but I'm not bringing it up for you to have that to feel like a burden. I was just bringing it up because it's literally something that, like I've said to you before, when I go to bed at night, I'm like my own worst
Listen
enemy.
to me. I know what it's like to go through some shit and not have anybody to help you go through it. Do it all by yourself, dude. I know what that's like, and it fucking sucks. So, if I can help, I can't give you $1 million. I can't put food in your refrigerator, dude. I can't do much for you, but I can do this and that. If it helps, then it fucking helps. I'm willing to do it. So, you know, it's the right thing to do. It's the human fucking thing to do. Honestly, it really is. So you don't need to. It's not a big fucking deal. It's the right thing everybody should fucking do. Honestly, and that's just. I'm not saying that, you know, to be fucking cool. I believe it. This is how I live my life, dude. For real. You know, fucking ask about me, dude. Shit. Fucking stupid. Anyway, look, we gotta give a rating on this movie, bro. We gotta at least do that. I mean, it's almost not even fair. It's almost not even fair to ask me to.
I didn't even finish my notes, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I know. We got to do the notes too. But all right, so where did we leave off before you were gonna get into your notes?
We was talking about like the phone scene and like the train station scene with a cop.
The cop, that's right. I didn't even finish my point on that. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I say I finished the cop point, right? Then we can switch to you, and you can go over some of your notes that'll give me a chance to finally switch over to the fucking mobile like I've been trying to do the entire show because my legs are killing me, bro, and I want to fucking not be in pain. That would be great. You know, I don't want to.
Also, as well, at some point, I want to just leave the mic and that with you for like a couple minutes, just so I can send you this this email.
Yeah, because
so I want to
that's
get your
what-
reaction to seeing it as well.
Yeah. All right. Well, good. We'll do that last because that'll give me a chance to be able to move around. My point on the cops was in 95, a cop might pull up with a 9mm, maybe a 38, right? Well, no, 95. It was definitely a 9mm. Maybe in the 40s, he would have showed up with a 38. Maybe. Even then, probably was a Ruger, right?
Tommy gun.
Yeah, for real. No shit. Ugh, cover him up. I don't want his mother to see him like this. Terrible. How could you do that to somebody? You fucking scumbag.
I just want to bring
right?
this up as well while we're on the cops. There's a scene in it, I think, when
No, you're not. I don't hear you.
can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
There's a scene in the cop station where they're leaving, and Carver says to John something about being a cop and like white cops and that, and he's like itchy trigger fingers for white cops, like to do with black people. And I was like, this film is fucking, like I said earlier when you left for a minute, that even though this is an action film, I think there's some really well thought out scenes in terms of like the dialogue and like the racial stuff that's said in it, because it still like holds weight to this day, I think.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I agree with you. I think it's fucking sad. I don't think it should hold any goddamn weight. I think we should be able to look at a movie like this and go, wow, do you remember when things used to be like that? How fucking crazy is that? But instead we go, isn't it
probably
sad?
worse.
Yeah, isn't it sad how little we've only come so far? It really fucking is sad, dude. But yeah. So all right, now that was it. Right now I can go back to the cop thing.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, I just wanted to bring it up.
No, that's all right. That's all right. So I'll do the cop thing real quick, and then we can, we'll go from there. My point was on the cops. For the last time, I'm gonna fucking say it because I know if I'm annoyed, if you're listening, you're probably annoyed. All right, get to it, motherfucker. Which is that in the 40s, he might have showed up with a 38. In 2021, when a cop pulls up in England, this is what I was trying to ask you. What does that look like? In other words, what I mean is, what does the cop have? If a standard issue police officer for the place that I live, if one of them gets called out for a regular disturbance, not anything that would require the SWAT team, let's say for a noise complaint, an officer is dispatched for a noise complaint. When a cop pulls up, they are in, depending on the area that you're in my town, to be fair, I guess it's a standard, it's a newer aged, I want to say Crown Vic, but I don't think that's it. I don't know what the car is off the top of my head. My point is that this cop has a can of mace on his belt. He's got a 9mm in his fucking holster. He's got a shotgun. Some of these cops, not all of them, but a decent amount of them, they have a shotgun mounted on the back of their fucking their cage inside of their car. And I'm pretty sure others have, I think they have a shotgun on the mount and then
A rocket launcher.
What?
A rocket launcher.
Yeah, I mean seriously though, it's like on some RoboCop shit. For real. Not all of them, but there are a decent amount. Like maybe I think every 3 out of 4 cops has a shotgun. I'm pretty sure they've made it now so that most cops actually most of them have to have them. Where they have a sidearm, they got one on their ankle probably. Like more than likely this guy's got at least 2 guns on him and then two in his car at least. So I don't know, what does the English cop look like? If a cop gets dispatched out to your house for a noise complaint, what type of heat is this cop bringing with him? And I'm not trying to put a bad, I'm not doing this to be like, fuck the cops or whatever. It's just I'm curious because I don't know what the differences are. Obviously, I don't live in fucking England, so I don't know. I've only seen things on television. Like, are we talking about Scully and Mulder type of cops, like in suits, or are we talking about like I don't know.
So,
you ever seen River? I think I've asked you this before.
No.
You never seen it? Yeah, I don't know of any. Trying to think of a UK show because Mr. In Between's Australian. That's not, and I don't think there's any cops in that show. No, there is. You didn't see that though. Never mind. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So, to my knowledge, like a standard cop, they don't have any weapons in the car, like no firearms.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so crazy. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
They've got like, without fail now, like every cop has like a stab-proof vest on. So they
Stab-proof, smart. I like it. Go ahead.
They all look like fucking pigeon chests though, because they got these massive things on.
Yeah, but dude, I'm with that. I don't know why our guys don't have that. We should have that.
Well, because they got a fucking bazooka in their hand.
Yeah, but what the fuck, dude? You don't need like. I go ahead. I'm sorry.
So they got like the stab-proof vest. The majority of the time, they got the fucking army boots on, even though they're not a fucking soldier.
Of course, yeah.
Like sort of combat trousers, kind of like the Dickies kind of ones.
Right.
Pepper spray. They always got that on them. Body cams.
Body cams. All right, so I guess that's a universal thing that all the cops are doing, pretty much, right? Or at least in our countries, anyway. Supposedly, I don't know if you've heard. Handcuffs, yeah. Obviously, yeah.
I don't know if they do anymore, but they used to have like the truncheon bats.
Right.
But I
don't famous for that.
Seeing them a lot anymore, to be honest. I know they still have them, but I don't like when you see them out and like if I see them in the video.
Those are probably for the COs and shit, dude, that are in the jails.
And I would say that they probably leave them in the car a lot of the time.
Yeah. That's unless you're probably working like security at a park or at a concert venue or something, then you might bring it out. Yeah.
So everything I've listed pretty much is what they've got.
We have two completely different approaches to policing citizens. I wonder how our crime rates would compare.
It's interesting because like where you are, it's either gonna be like don't fuck with them because look what they got on them, or it's like, well, fuck you, motherfucker. I've got one in my house. I'm gonna go get it and we'll have a fucking shootout.
But that's anywhere though, dude. I mean, that's the problem, isn't it? Is that these motherfuckers are carrying bazookas around? Like it's funny. You want me to? I'm sorry. It says on your car, your job is to serve and protect me, but the gun on your waist is the size of my fucking head. I don't have that. I've never shot a gun in my life. I'm sure there are dangerous people that are in the street, right? But if you come to my house for a noise complaint, why do you feel it to be necessary? Now, I understand the argument of, well, you could be anybody. You could be a crazy person. Like, I don't know. It's a fucking...
Do you know what I was just thinking, though, that's interesting is that you'd think in the training and that they have, that the first thing they should be taught is how to...
De-escalation. Yeah.
So
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't know if they even get... I mean, of course they're going to say that they do. I honestly don't know how much training goes into... I'm pretty sure they just teach them to fucking shoot, right? Like, I know there's hostage negotiation, but I don't know what is outside of that.
See, the problem that I look at it is, like, in America, if they're not getting that training and the fact that they've got a weapon on them, even if they're trying to talk someone down or whatever, that person's not necessarily going to listen to them because they're still going to be intimidated by the fact that they can see a gun on that person. And then if
Right.
that person loses their shit and that copper loses their temper, they throw all the training out the window in terms of communication because they just
And it's
abuse
not
you
only
with a
it's not
weapon.
only that. It's not only that, but they have no real bargaining power. Right? How are you gonna negotiate with me when all the promises that you're making me, I know that you're lying?
Yeah.
I didn't
I
mean
mean,
to.
and the thing is that I've seen as well, they still do it over there like they do here. Like they'll take like 4 cops or whatever to deal with one person that's not even armed, and they've all got fucking weapons on them, the cops, and they do that over here. But most of the time they do it over here without weapons. So you're doing it over there, intimidating people, but you've also got weapons on you. So it makes it twice as worse, in my opinion, because you're not communicating with them and you're intimidating them, knowing that you can't even have your say really, because they're just going to abuse you with it.
Yeah. It's sad, dude. It really is. Really fucking is. I mean, I brought this up not because I wanted to make commentary on police or anything like that, although there is something I do need to address. I won't do it on this show, but it does need to be done really before I can go any further and do anything else, because I haven't brought it up, and I really should. It's not anything crazy. I want to pay respects to somebody who made it possible for me to be sitting in this chair right now. You know, it was a cop guy. Like I said, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it here just because it really wouldn't make sense given the, conversation and context and all that shit. But he deserves it. I don't care. I'm not saying that every cop is a bad cop, and I'm certainly not saying every cop is a good cop. But, when people do the right thing, they deserve to get credit for doing the right thing, whether you like the organization or not. And that's just a point blank to the fucking point. But, all right, so, the only reason why I brought that up, though, was to make the comparison of how different cops are now compared to how they were. Maybe it's because we're more violent. I don't know what it is, dude, because it seems like this is a bigger conversation to be had than a Die Hard film review. Yeah, so you know what? We'll leave that there for now. And I guess now the plan was, just because I want to make sure I have this all correctly, you're gonna jump back into your notes now, right?
Yeah, just get through them a bit. I've done some of them, but I just wanted to talk to you about.
Go ahead.
There's just this. I don't even know what the song is. I can't remember what, but I've noticed it in other things. There's a song that they play in this film when they're doing, like, the driving the trucks and that in with the gold, and I'm like, it's like fucking G.I. Joe, and I'm like, what is this? Like, it felt a bit.
I haven't listened to it. I haven't. Full disclosure, I didn't watch the movie yesterday, but that's because, obviously I haven't felt good. Anybody that knows that knows, but
Like, it's quite a famous song, and I feel a bit of an idiot. I can't remember what it's called, but I've heard it.
I can't think of it. I have to. Let me look. I'm looking it up right now. I don't know the song that you're talking about off the top of my head either. What scene was it in? You said the trucks, right?
Yeah, like when they're driving into. I don't know if they've already got the gold, or I think it's the bit where, near the water scene. You know, where they send the water down the.
Man. I'm trying to. I mean,
I can't remember what it fucking. I've heard it in other things before though, and it's like, but I just found it really cringy anyway. That's all I was gonna say. It was like, it's a bit fucking like cartoonish almost. I thought like, I didn't enjoy that part of the film because it just felt a bit silly.
Yeah, but okay. Yeah, we'll leave it at that because I don't know. In the future, maybe I could pull this. I'm not even gonna bother pulling the song up anyway because we can't play it, so it doesn't matter.
I think there's a bit. This might be near the water fountain bit, but Carver says to him as well. He's like, they're arguing about something. He's like, "When are you gonna start helping me after you get the fucking bomb?" Like, it just made me laugh because he's like, they're arguing, and he's like, "You're gonna help me after I'm fucking dead," pretty much. Is what he's saying.
Yeah.
I thought Carver in this film had some really funny lines, and he's probably my favorite character in the film. I like because he's like, I feel like he's on edge, but he's
Yeah,
got
he
like
is.
banter as well.
He's funny. He's got some chops on him. I'll give him that.
What else was there?
All right, good. I'm going to let you go over your notes. I'm going to pull myself out of the stream so I can jump into it on my phone.
Okay. So there's another scene in it where there's this kid going down the street on his bike, and he Carver like stops him, and McClane stops him, and he says, I didn't write it. I should have wrote it down what he actually flipping said, but I forgot. Or did I write it down? Wait, one sec. No, I didn't write it down, but he basically says, like, this is the perfect day for someone to be stealing at the place where it's like a bank or something, yeah, like City Hall. And he's like, this is the perfect time for someone to be stealing from the City Hall. And McClane's like, he gets that realization in that moment that that's where the bad guys are at, because they're still trying to track them down, and they ain't got no clue as to where they are. And the kid basically brings that out of McClane. He's like, bingo, I know where they are. And I thought that was a really powerful scene, just how it's shot, and then like the camera zooming out, and like the cinematography in that scene in particular, I thought was really good. So just wanted to bring that up. It's a funny scene as well where they steal some guy's truck, and he goes to pull him out. And he's like, "You a truck driver?" And the driver's like, "No, I'm a beautician." And I just like that bit of humor in the film. Like there's bits in the film where it gets brung in, and I think it adds to the film well, because there's a lot of action in it. There's violence. There's the racial side of it, but if you can't laugh at it, I don't think it adds to the film as much. So I think it needs to be in there, and I enjoyed them little things like that. So the scene under where the water dam, and they send the water towards John McClane in the truck underground. That's one of my worst nightmares. Like the sea is one of my worst nightmares, and just huge amounts of water like that. So that would just be one of the worst situations I've had to experience that. So I had to note that down, because can you imagine being like seeing that coming at you down a tunnel like that, and you can't really escape it, and you don't know if you're going to survive. So I like that scene. Just out of like, my anxiety would be crazy, because like water in huge volumes is one of my major sort of fears in life. Also, the zip wire scene near the end of the film where they get onto the boat. I quite liked it. I thought you got to have balls to do that from that height, but I didn't think it was that realistic. But I did like how the guy on the boat, this guard, sort of gets decapitated in half. Like, I thought that was a cool shot. And there's a bit in it where John McClane says to the main villain in it that he's talking about his brother from the first one that he killed. He's like, your brother was an asshole. And it's good because the guy's trying to like take the piss out of him before he says that, and banter him, and like they've got them hostage basically, and then McClane's just like, fuck you. And he's like, your brother was an asshole. And it takes the smile off the villain's face, and I just liked how he did that at that time. But the bomb on the boat at the end, there's no way in real life that they would survive that. So it took a little bit of realism out of the film for me at the end, because I felt like you wouldn't survive an explosion like that. Everyone would be dead. So I thought it was a little bit unrealistic at the end, but I get it because it's an action film. It would have done good at the time when it was released and stuff. But I look at films, and when there's scenes where it's totally unrealistic, it kind of ruins it for me. So that's just me picking at it. But there's no way they would have survived that bomb. So that's all my notes, man. So whenever you're ready, I'll give you my rating anyway. I'm going to give it a 7.5. Action films are not my favourite thing, but I did enjoy this one. Did you hear all that, yeah?
Hold on.
7.5 anyway. I'm going 7.5.
Can you hear me?
Say again.
Can you hear me?
It's crackling a little bit, but it did this at the very beginning. Say something now.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's
So,
alright now. It's alright now.
okay, I heard most of what you said except for the very last thing because I had to mute the computer to turn this on and then pull myself out of the stream, put myself into it. If you could just go back over the last note that you had.
What was the last thing you remember hearing?
All right, I know you were going over the shit that you had down for the fucking film, dude. I can't repeat it back to you, but I know what you said. You have to take my word for it. I know that doesn't really sound very good, but I've
Alright,
never
so
been good at doing that, dude.
I'm just gonna give the rating because you can obviously watch like the end bit back or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 7.5. I liked the majority of the film. I just felt that I wasn't a huge fan of the whole like Nazi side of it and that. I get why they had to do it like that, but I just wasn't the biggest fan of that. As I said in the beginning, I would have preferred it if it was set and kept in like Harlem and they did a more street side to it, but that's just me being picky, I suppose. I like Carver a lot in it, like how his character is. He's like edgy, but he can also have a laugh. And he's got a lot of one-liners and that in this that I like. I like John McClane quite a lot. I like that he sort of shit talks to the villain, even when he's like completely at the villain's power, and that he just doesn't care. So I like that side of it. But yeah, I'm just not the biggest fan of the villain and that. I think he's all right, but it's the whole Nazi side of it and that. I feel like it was like a bit generic. Like it was a predictable thing to do, but I get why they did it because it relates to the his brother in the first one and that. But 7.5 anyway for me.
All right, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I can't hear you where I'm supposed to hear you. Give me a second. I heard all that too. Don't ask me to repeat it, but I know what you said. All right, do me a favor and say something.
Cocksucker.
Yep, that's not good. I don't know why it's not in my headphones. Hold on, please. I'm gonna need you. I'm gonna need.
Yeah, I can't hear you now if you're talking. The joys of technology. 2021. We're still at the pitfalls. Can't hear you if you're talking. We are still here, people. We're just having some technical difficulties.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you trying to talk. It's crackling.
So, not better, worse.
I can hear you now.
Okay. So, hold on. I got.
Can't hear you
Mic is
again.
muted. Okay. All right. Check, check. Hello, hello. No
Okay,
good?
yeah.
Good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. It's not gonna sound great because it's over the mobile, but this is it. So now I can hear you. I'm in here. I heard you before, but switching it takes me a couple of seconds, and there's about a 20-second delay. What you hear at home and what I have running on the computer, just so you know. But all right, so you give it a 7.5. I'm gonna hold my rate until I go outside, I guess, because I had to do that. But I don't know. I like it, dude. I was actually gonna see if you'd be able to hold on to this just for a second, so I can at least take a piss, and then we'll switch
Yeah,
back, and
okay.
I'll give it the ratings and all that.
All right. So I think this one adds a bit different to for the action films we've watched. I like the whole racial side dialogue that they put in there. It's brave of them, but to be honest, it shouldn't have to be a brave thing in the first place because we should be at a place and time right now where we can talk about this sort of thing without it having to be taboo or an issue. And unfortunately, we're still at that point. It's probably not as bad as it was, but it's still difficult for a lot of people to talk about it. But that's what I like a lot about this film is that they were brave in that aspect of it. Yes, it's an action film, but I think it goes a little bit deeper than that in certain scenes that not everyone will pick up on if you just watch it and you're just watching it for entertainment. Like there's like when you listen to rap music and that, there's like punchlines and meanings behind things, and I feel like this is like a movie version of that in certain scenes, especially with like the racial stuff. I feel like it's one of them ones that you can watch and your perspective on it can be like, did you just hear what he just said? Like, and then it makes you think about certain scenes deeper than others. I get that not everyone will understand that and look at it that way, but I looked at it that way, and it sounds like Jack did as well. So I did like that a lot about this film, like the racial side of it.
Oh shit, I hit the fucking wrong button and turned my camera on. Good thing I already had my fucking PP away, dude. That would have been bad. But I like this one. I like this one a lot, dude. This is one of my favorites. I honestly, there's shit that I hate about it, but that's the cheesiness. I don't know why can we not make a fucking movie that isn't cheesy, but I mean, whatever. I'll take it. For a Bruce Willis, Samuel L. Jackson movie, I'll take a cheesy cornball fucking Nazi villain all day, but you could have did better.
Oh, well, yeah. I was going to say I don't think that they can make a mainstream successful film without having that cheese. It's like to them, it's like it's impossible. And I don't know why it's like that, but that's what it is.
Not sure why. I mean, I don't know. I would rate it like an 8, dude. 8, 9. Up there just because of the shit that they were talking about.
Well, to be honest,
the Harlem sign in the beginning should make the movie a 10. The reason why I say that is, first of all, the creativity you have to come up with this idea. Secondly, for you to have to call Samuel L. Jackson and go, all right, hear me out. You're not going to like what I have to say. You're not going to like what I have to say, but I promise you it's not going in the direction that you think it is.
Can you imagine him like trying to pitch it to him in his expression at first? That'd have been mad.
Oh my god, I can't even. I wouldn't want. Samuel L. Jackson must be a real cool fucking guy, man, because I would not want to be in the room with him if that doesn't go well. I mean, honestly, what the fuck? All right, I got my shit. So, I mean, I would give it an 8, honestly, just because of the fact that it's cheesy. It should get a lower rating because of the cheese in it, but because it's Bruce Willis, Samuel L. Jackson, and I liked all the other actors in it too. Even the guy that was driving the truck. There's a lot more we could bring up about you know, the different actors in this film. I don't think we really got a chance to bring it up because of some of the topics are really heavy in this one.
Maybe I was a little bit harsh with the rating, but I would give it, out of the action ones we've watched, even John Wick, I think it's a little bit just offers a little bit more than just action. If you look at it in a different way, I think me and you look at it the same way, but I think a lot of people will watch it and won't even pick up on the cop scene and all that sort of thing. So if you're more deeper thinkers and stuff, I think it's good for that because it offers something that I haven't seen from a lot of action films.
Yeah, it gives you whatever you're looking for. If you want kind of a cornball movie, off the top, kind of a mystery, right? Mystery murder. What would you consider this? Style of movie to be? I mean, obviously it's action, but
action thriller.
Action thriller, yeah. Like it's got something for everybody in this one.
It's hard to put a label on it, isn't it, really?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if you like cheesy action movies, this one is as close to normal, I think, as you're gonna get. Give me some. I'm giving the dog her CBD. You should see this shit. But later on, I'll get her. But alright, so we got the ratings. Oh, good girl. Good girl. I know it's disgusting. I feel bad for her that she got to do it, but dude, it's gross. I do it too. I take it too. So fucking whatever, man. It helps your old ass not be in such a fucking foul mood, right? So fucking, it tastes bad. I'm sorry, go ahead. What the fuck are we doing now? I think we did it, right? I think we covered it. We covered the movie. Wait, did we lose him? And I'm talking to nobody this whole time? I don't even know. Where is he? Hold on. Yeah. All right. The mobile doesn't.
Yeah. Sorry.
Hold on a second.
I had to jump out so I could send you that email. So you should have it.
Okay. Yeah. I was gonna say. I forgot that you should have told me you were leaving, dude. I was like, wait a minute. I'm talking to nobody.
I'd be able to do it quick enough before you stop talking.
Oh, right. No, yeah, you did. You did it. Right. I had to give the dog her CBD anyway. Well, look, just so you could see what came in here. Hold on. Fix my camera. I just gave her some of this, a square of this. 2400. Yeah. This helps with the muscles. No, for real, dude. I know it sounds like bullshit. Go on my Instagram. This dog is 18 years old, and she runs up the 3 flights of stairs like a fucking puppy when I give her this shit, dude. Legitimate. And then this is mine.
Yeah.
6,000 milligrams. Tastes like, this one's not that bad. But this is the secret weapon right here, dude. I'm going to buy you some of this. I want you to try it for your fucking channel. Would you, if I buy you some of this shit, you'll try it? For real?
Do a review. I do a live testing of it or whatever.
Yeah. You know what? That's gonna be entertaining for me. I definitely want to do that. It wouldn't be this size. This is the biggest one. It would be a sample size.
I'm tempted to try some oil as well because I was going to get some like a year ago and I just never did. But I'm tempted to. So if you can recommend me anything that I don't know when I'll be getting it, but I might try that at some point as well, like some sort of CBD oil.
I gotta find out how much it would be to send shit to you.
Yeah, because
I don't know what it would cost. I got the stamps.com thing for obviously the hoodies and t-shirts and all that shit, and Jen's artwork too, so she can mail out, you know, for when people order shit or whatever. But I'm not sure how much it would cost me to send it to you, but I don't care. Whatever it costs, I'll send it.
Well, I was just thinking the packaging won't like cost a lot. It's just the terms being like overseas, isn't it? That'd be where the money is. But
I'm sure it's gonna be fucking. I'm sure it's gonna be disgusting, dude. I'm
a bit
certain
off
of it.
topic, but I just had a comment on my last reaction from that Callahan. He said he's got a new freestyle out and he'd like me to react to it. I saw it pop up
Are you
yesterday.
gonna do it?
Like, just yeah, I will do it. I saw it pop up yesterday. I kind of forgot about it till he just messaged me for it, so I'll definitely do it. But I might say, I showed it to my friend, and he wanted to kill you.
Yeah. No, his first shit. Look. I don't want to fuck the kid over because the first thing that you told me to watch of his was amazing. That was great. I don't know what that second shit was. That was fucking dog shit. That's not even the same guy. Like, I know I shouldn't say that publicly. It's rude, but bro, I was in the streets co-signing this fucking kid off of a couple of verses, and then you go and give that, and then you go and put that out. Get the fuck out of here. But then again, you know, if you listen to the beginning of this stream, obviously you know, if I'm not giving Eminem a fucking pass, why would a regular dude who, you know, a rap shit, whatever, why would he get one?
I mean, it's crazy because sometimes I feel like, oh, Jack, I like this, and I'm completely wrong. And then other times,
Yeah, I know. I don't.
It's a bit weird,
dude. I don't even understand. I don't understand how I like certain things, dude. Or how I don't know.
I prefer the first one a lot more than the second one, but I still liked parts of the second one, so I thought, oh. And then you was like, what is this? I check your email when you get a sec, just to see if it worked, because I don't know if I forwarded it, but because it's a link in it, I don't know if it would have worked.
All right, I'm gonna check and see. It might boot me out of here. Give me a second. Alright. I got the email, but I'm not gonna check the picture until I go back on the laptop because if I can get it, I know you wanna be able to talk about it anyway. So since I'm on the phone, you know, no real point in trying to do that. Oh my, no, wait, come here. You're not rushing me outside again without my sunglasses. I don't think so. It's fucking bright as shit outside, dude.
It's not it's like a horror film over here at the moment. It's like Resident Evil, like fog and stuff.
Yeah. Alright, so I think that outside of the thumbnail, I think that was all we had to do, right? We did it,
so,
I
yeah.
think.
I think you wanted to tell me about your delivery that come, but it's up to you.
Oh yeah. The delivery and the doctor. I gotta fucking catch you up on the doctor, dude. But I'm trying to find my sunglasses and take this fucking dog out once I get outside. So I mean, I get what I'm asking is, so like we did the movie review, I guess, scattered throughout this whole thing, like we do. So
Oh,
I
what I
mean,
was gonna
whatever.
suggest is I need to go check what time the dinner is because I think it might be ready soon. So I was gonna
Yeah,
say
I was gonna.
maybe
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah.
we'll come off for a bit and then come back on if you want. I don't know if you're gonna be too busy or not, but
Yeah, no, maybe later. All right, later on. Yeah, we'll do that because that'll be easier anyway. Because I know this is usually where we gotta part ways and go about life anyway. So I'll just talk to you later. Yeah, it'll be easier.
all right, cool.
All right, Joe. Look, that's it, man. That's it. This is what it is. I'll talk to you motherfuckers later.
Thanks for tuning in, peeps. See you later.